like, I don't know who's interested, but I'm gonna share it. Welcome back, friends. Welcome back to my channel. So I have a little bit of a story time for you guys because honestly, I think back at this so much that I'm like, you know, I went back to school, whatever. And honestly, I ended up studying luxury digital marketing literally by accident because I honestly was looking for a program to study digital marketing. So before I go any further and whatnot, I want to go back to last year and give you more insight, give you some backstory, some context and whatever. So I was like, I want to change my career. I want to learn something new. I want to learn digital marketing. Obviously, I love the internet. This is why I'm here on YouTube. I love content creation. Hello. So I wanted to learn more about it, more on the business side of things, and just overall get the hell out of human resources, because that's where I was working before. That was my industry or whatnot. Remember, I knew that I was gonna come to Paris, so I looked for programs that were specifically in English because hello, I didn't know any French at the moment. I still don't, but anyways, that's besides the point. So I basically narrowed down to 3 schools, and then I ended up narrowing it down to 2 schools, and then I ended up narrowing it down to obviously 1 school. The top 2 schools, one of them gave me horrible customer service, and as a lot of you guys have seen in Emily in Paris, the customer is never correct in France. So when I experienced that, I was like, you're dropped. I'm not going to your school. So ultimately, I ended up with my program that is specifically called Masters in Science, Marketing and Digital in Luxury and Lifestyle. Okay, so we all know that the word luxury is in the name of my program. So initially, because again, MSc Marketing and Digital in Luxury and Lifestyle. So I honestly, of course, I did my research, I looked into it, and I was literally clearly under the impression that this was a digital marketing program. They're gonna sprinkle in some luxury information, content. I was like, boom, okay, this is my program. Now, let's fast forward to 6 months or whatever, September basically, when my program started last year. And from the very beginning, a lot of the classes were all about history and heritage and savoir-faire. And if you don't know what savoir-faire is, it means know-how in English, and know-how, savoir-faire, is basically the specialty of the craftsmanship behind it and a luxury company and what they're catered for and what they're known for basically. I was going through a shock because I'm what is going on? Because last time that I checked, I didn't sign my name off, and I didn't put a deposit down for a program that was going to teach me history from 1850 and all these things. I'm sorry, but I think it's cool to know about history, but I didn't go to school specifically to learn about history. I can just look something up about whatever it is that I want to know on Google. So I brought up my concerns to the administration and to my program director, and luckily my program director knew about customer service, so she was very nice, very kind. She explained everything to me. We kind of went over things and all of that, discussed the confusion as adults should do. Very taken back. I was like, okay, I don't even know if I should essentially continue. Do I need to switch out? Do I need to switch out my program? Do I need to switch schools? And all these things. So specifically, she explained to me that at the end of the day, luxury is perceived so differently here in France and Europe as a whole, as opposed to North America, Americans, Latinos, and all that stuff. And it's important for you to know the backstory and how luxury initially began, because it's not just fashion. Honestly, maybe call me stupid, call me naive, call me whatever. Honestly, I wouldn't even be offended. If you tell me girl, what the fuck were you thinking? I'd be I don't know. So it's okay. So I just when you think of the word luxury, you associate that kind of with fashion, and yeah, just overall fashion. And even though luxury is a very emotional thing by person, overall, I thought the sector as a whole, working in luxury meant fashion, which is again, stupid of me. But anyways, let's move on. Then once we were kind of done with all of the heritage stuff, the historic you know, all those things that I wasn't interested in, but like, you know, I had to suck it up. We started actually learning about marketing, digital, and started doing case studies and learning more about luxury brands, and how much, like, there's so much to it. And to be honest, I think that once we started diving into this information, I started thinking back at the historic things, and everything just kind of clicked, and things started to kind of make sense to me. Like, honestly, like, I want to say like the first 2 months, I was just like, I'm not feeling this. Like, I'm just not, like, I am not interested in learning about like all this history. And like, I know, call me like, I don't know, like maybe it's kind of like dumb of me to not be interested in stuff like that, but like, I guess for me, I thought that by going back to school, I was just gonna like get to the books, start like learning about marketing right away. That's what I was mentally prepared for. I was not mentally prepared for learning, like, you know, learning about history and like all these other things that come to it. So that's why I was so thrown off. You know, like when you're mentally prepared for something and then something else happens, you're like, hold on, like no, like this is not what my mind thought it was going to be. So that's why I was like really thrown off. But again, like once we started diving into the marketing stuff, the digital side of things, doing case studies and studying luxury companies specifically, is when things really started to change. And I started to really be like, whoa, like this shit happened by accident, because I initially wanted to learn digital marketing, but then when we started learning about like luxury and beauty and fashion companies and jewelry, because I don't know if any of you know, but like essentially luxury, like the roots of luxury are from jewelry. I can go so much more into that, like there's so much more into that. If you want to know more, I can definitely do a video on it, but if it's not something that you're into and you just want to hear more stories, then like let me know as well. It's almost like this door unlocked for me by accident. It's almost like when you find out information by accident and like you weren't supposed to know it, but then like you know it, and I'm like, whoa, like I love this shit. Like I grew to have like this appreciation for the luxury sector. And hold on, let me tell you something else. I didn't know luxury was a whole sector on its own. Again, call me stupid if you want. I was living under a rock. But again, like because I thought that luxury meant essentially fashion, I thought fashion was the sector that luxury is in. But in reality, it's luxury and then fashion falls underneath. And essentially fashion could, like, not all fashion is luxury. So there's like different levels to it, different scales. But that's just like the overall thing. And I guess for me, I just always thought fashion, luxury, I don't know, like it just, you know, it was interchangeable. It was kind of like the same thing, but honestly, like it wasn't. Now I'm at a point where I'm officially done with classes and I'm looking for an internship, and I just wanted to share this with everyone, like whoever is watching this on the internet, that it is crazy how sometimes when you go into like the unknown, something really good can happen. And even though like it was so scary, I had no idea, I was like disappointed at first, where I'm like, I literally felt like I made a mistake. I felt like I needed to switch out, but at the same time, like something was kind of telling me that I should give it a shot, ride it through. This is what what you signed up for, so might as well give it a chance. And instead of just like quitting and leaving that program, like I stuck through it, and it ended up being like one of those things where I'm like, whoa, like I'm so happy that happened. I wanted to share this because you just never know what the unknown and something scary might happen. Like you don't know what the outcome is gonna be. There's like always a lesson. So yeah, I wanted to put that out there, because if, I don't know, like if you are just like, I don't know if I should be doing this or whatever, I don't know, just like feel it out, see how it is, and like give it a shot. Like if you feel like something is like telling you to give it a chance, unless it's something that you're just like, no, absolutely not, this goes against like my morals and my values and like my beliefs, then like obviously that's a whole different story. But if it's not, and if it's just something like nerve-wracking where you're just like, you don't know what's gonna happen and it's kind of like an unknown thing, then honestly that's just getting out of your comfort zone, and that's honestly really good. Let me know if you have any questions, if you have any comments. If you like this video, of course give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and let me know what you think luxury is. Like, what is your definition of luxury? Is it more emotional? Is it more of a material thing? Is it both? I would honestly love to know. And of course subscribe if you're not subscribed to my channel, and follow me on Instagram. Of course, you can always like DM me on Instagram. Like, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.